Well,
Hello.
what do we have here?
Hola.
Hi.
Hola, ¿cómo está, señor?
So we were having technical difficulties backstage. Ed had to call a cleanup crew to clean up a spill.
I spilled my tea everywhere.
And I'm in the echo zone here.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
That's
I'm in the twilight zone.
The Twilight Zone. Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Nocturnal Feeding Show on this channel. It's been going on for quite a while. But I want to thank Dr. Awesome, Rico, Ed, and Paulie for being here tonight. We'll say some hellos here. We have Lady R, Tom from Swampy Acres. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Tom.
We'll see him at the Clash. He'll be at the Clash.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Him and Karen.
Yep. Larry D, Bruiser CB, Patty the Petite Tank, Daniel Les.
Patty's already abusing Eduardo. Get ready for it.
It's all right.
I think all the super chats that Ed got tonight, he should pay for my travel to the Clash.
He's got G.I. Joes to get, man. He can't be messing around with that.
I gotta play a G.I. Joe.
It's his
I'm gonna play
birthday.
Sergeant Slaughter.
We got Lonnie.
They-
We got Lonnie, a.k.a. See, this is being weird. There
Looney
it is.
Tunes.
Lonnie, a.k.a. Looney Tunes. Maria Z. We got Eddie. We got the Sky Dancer. Brother Dan, how you doing? Dennis Christensen. He changed it to Denny. I just noticed.
He's got two accounts because sometimes the chat just doesn't see his messages for some reason on the one.
Oh, okay. Tampa Tom, how you doing? Let's see. I think Maria Z said hi, and I must have missed. It didn't show up on here. It's on the YouTube side. She's lurking. Let's see. That's why I'm Kara C. How you doing? Linda Worth. Chris Aquazone. He also does a D&D on Tuesdays, doesn't he?
He does.
Fish Dreams. Dee Dee, how you doing?
Hey,
Oh.
Dee.
Got Travis Myers. And I believe that's it. If I miss you, I apologize. Carlos Diaz and Oinky.
Ding.
Fries are done.
Lady, ding, fries are done. Lady R said that the Doc's echo reminds her of God, and I said the same thing. It reminded me. It sounded like we should be doing Gregorian chants or something.
Sorry,
Do not encourage the man.
I'm in a long room here. The kitchen and dining room is very long, and I'm the only one here in the middle of the night. So sorry for the echo.
Actually, I kind of like it.
It's the best lighting here. If I go to my dorm room, the lighting is not very good, so it's really better here. So sorry for the echo.
Did you guys get any new fish this week?
I did.
I
No
did.
new fish. No tank shed here at the research center.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. Maybe we'll have our shipper get thrown in jail. So that's what we're working with our lawyer right now. So we'll see what happens.
Man. What'd you get, Rico?
Oh, I got some Madaka rice fish eggs from Sonny Gordon, and they've already hatched out. So a bunch of them have. There's probably at least a dozen in where I've got them. I've got some green water in there and some plants, and I've been hitting them with 3 times a day with the dust, the pearl dust that I always get the name mixed up. Golden pearl.
Which is really
Plus,
good.
it's the green water comes out of the pond. So when I do the water change, I still get some more of that. So I'm hoping that there's plenty of infusoria because these rice fish fry are they're very hard to even see.
Yep,
So,
they're tiny.
Which
but there's a ton of them, and they've been doing good.
which Medaka rice fish is
I
it?
honestly don't know. Don't know. He has a ton of them. He said.
Oh, okay. So he
So-
may have sent you a variety pack of eggs.
I don't think so, but you never know. He said this was the first time he has sent eggs, so he sort of used me as a test. He wouldn't let me pay for it or anything. He sent them to me for free, and he sent a nice little package with a little net and some pipettes and stuff in there, and he packed it up real nice. Did a good job on it. I think in the future he wants to sell some of them because he's just got so many of them.
Oh wow!
I actually got some fish this week.
What'd you get?
50 pairs of Sanipa full red pencil fish.
Oh, where's mine?
Yes. 50 pairs.
Where's
Yes.
mine?
Is that
You won't share discus? Well, these pencil fish are nice and easy to ship. Come on, man.
is that the same ones that was in the auction?
Yes, it was the same ones that it was in the auction. Yes. So I bought them off our fishermen. So I am without money right now until my wife gets here tomorrow.
Spent all my money on fish.
Yeah, I spent all the money on fish. She doesn't know that yet. That was supposed to be money I was supposed to be spending on food while I was here. No,
Fish or food depends on who you are.
Well, listen.
that's right.
So you pretty much starved yourself all week. So you may have
Yes,
lost.
so I've been eating a lot of rice and beans here this week.
Oh man!
Just go get some guinea pig. Go get some guinea pig.
Yeah.
No guinea pig here. You know, our resident director used to have guinea pigs at his place. And the problem is it was costing him more than he could sell his guinea pigs for.
Gotcha.
So he just got rid of all his guinea pigs. So yeah, there's no guinea pigs here, but I did actually the last 2 days make fish tacos out of arapima, which were really, really good. Arapima fish tacos.
Nice.
Because, Ed usually asks, what did I eat this week? So I thought I would tell Ed, what I ate today.
And I just asked, I didn't realize my thing was up the whole time because I've been getting stickiness off of everything. But is that the same thing as arapima? Is what we would call it, or is that a different fish?
Here the I is an E sound, so here in Peru they call them arapima instead of arapima.
It's tomato. It's the same thing.
That's,
it's the same
I was just
Tomato.
wondering, maybe it was some other, fish. I don't know.
The thing is about arapima is it's the flesh is like a steak. It's not typical fish where it's flaky. It's really compact, and it doesn't have the fishy taste at all.
It's like
Red
red
tuna or swordfish.
Yeah, it's whatever you spice it with, that's what it's going to taste like.
Interesting.
I'd try that.
Them pencil fish gonna make it to the States?
Yes, because I will be shipping them back when I come back in September. So yes.
I got some new fish. Dee Dee and I had a little clandestine get together, and I ended up with some tiger limias.
Oh yeah.
I have tiger
That's
limias.
nice. Yeah.
They're Limia Isla.
Are those?
Lake Maglione or whatever?
Were they from Curtis from Skull originally too?
Yeah,
I thought so.
Most of what she gave me was fry. There was one adult fish. I think it's a female. Everything else was fry. So they're sitting in a 10-gallon tank with my Pseudomagil luminatus
Nice.
and some Corys. So they seem to have. Let's just put it this way: brine shrimp went in the tank last night, and it was like they never were fed. That stuff disappeared right quick.
Excuse me.
And did you get anything new this week in fish?
I did, but not fish. I bought some plants. I bought and I don't know what their names are. I was going to ask my fish store guy if he could text them to me. They're a lot like Anubias, but they're not actually Anubias. One's red, but it doesn't take extra care, so it's kind of neat to have a red plant that doesn't take care and it's easy like Anubias. And then the other one looks more like gosh, what am I trying to? I can't think of what they're called. Looks like Crips, but they're easy like Anubias also, and they're green. So I bought plants for the fish room.
That wouldn't be a type of boost plant, would it? It has a rhizome and everything.
They did have boosts there. You know, I won $100 worth of free boosts off of a lefty stream, and I just remembered about it yesterday. And I don't know if I ever got the code word or the place to get it.
So
I need to talk to Lefty.
He probably sent it to your email.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to find out how to look for that on my email.
Yeah.
Did you ever use my, Ed, did you ever use my
from
$100 gift card?
No. But I've talked to Keith several times about it.
Okay.
So he knows about it from KG or KJ. What's Keith's number? KJE.
KJE.
He knows. Yeah, he said it won't go old. I was waiting for him to get a plant in. I was waiting for him to get the Nano Petite, and it never came in. So I ended up just doing my own. But now I'm thinking about trying to see what type of Gudaids he has. And
he does like his Gudaids.
Yeah, and I might see if he'll bring them to the Clash, so I don't have to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
Hey, Ed, speaking of shipping, where are my guppies?
Well, and I was trying to tell you about that when I had the thing in the air. On Monday, I'm gonna ship my first attempt to Jimmy P to see if I can get them to California. And then if I can get them to California, then when you get back to California, I'll ship them to you too. So pray, I'm so worried.
You know, it's only been like 2 or 3 years. How long has it been?
It's been a long time, but I'm so afraid that I'm going to kill fish.
Doc,
The last time I sent fish in the mail, they died. And I sent them to Iowa. It was one fish to Iowa.
Doc, there's the timeline that we all follow, and then there's Ed's time.
That's right, Ed's time.
Rico knows about that.
There's Ed's time.
Well,
I'm on my own time as well.
There's Rico time where he's supposed to send out the API liquid stuff.
Okay,
but
I do as I please. So,
well,
so
do you remember sorry.
I got fish today. A shipment from Peplin. Black.
Oh, nice.
They're black daisy rice fish.
Ooh.
They're drip acclimating right now. And
Wait,
then
black daisy or black Madakas?
Yes.
They didn't say what they didn't. I think they're just. They didn't. We'll have to ask. He's in chat.
I don't think probably daisy rice fish.
I think it's the daisy.
Yeah, I would think it's daisies.
And then
he did say Madakas. He did say Madakas.
Oh, they were.
Yeah,
There's a lot more.
Black
There
or
more
Madakas.
different varieties of Madaka than the daisies. I could be wrong, but I believe it's
there's only one type of daisy.
okay. Yeah.
Daisies are from the islands, like New Guinea area.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're not from
Madaka.
Japan.
It's Madaka.
There's a lot of Madakas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a trio. There were 6 and only 3 survived, so I'm hoping there's a male and female in there. And I hope they're out in the 20-gallon pond outside. And then I can't pronounce this, but I got a G'day today also from Kenny. Danikin Aquatics.
Oh, no way.
Yep. He had a video.
Xenotoka gorgii. Used to be called Xenotoka Esniai.
what he said.
Yep.
But and I also got Italian valve, corkscrew valve, and a crypt off of him. He had a video a while back of fish he was selling, and I saw that, and I was like, that's a good day that I didn't have yet because I want to get different care species fish also. And I got some fish room news. It's going to be expanding.
No. Uh-oh.
The wife was down here in the basement.
Uh-oh.
I'm telling you, it blew my mind. I was in the room behind us. It's a lot bigger. I set up a 75-gallon for the fish behind me. And she said, why don't you just move everything out here? It makes more sense. I'm like, okay. And she said that.
Okay.
Did you record it?
I don't need to record it.
Come on, Skip.
No.
Did,
Because whenever I do it, she goes, why do you do this? I say, because you said so. And she'll remember. But you don't tell me that because now there's going to be another rack and more tanks and more fish. So it's going to happen in the near future here. What is that?
You know, I had a thought today. I thought about rearranging my fish rooms. I just had this epiphany while I was driving in the car. If I would take my fish rooms and put them in my bedroom and then take the fish room as my bedroom, then I would be much closer to an open drain for auto water changes. The bad thing is I'd have a window in my fish room.
Or you could just get a longer python and save yourself all that work.
Well, I have I think 100-foot python, but auto changes would be awesome. My fish store owner, he pushes a button on the wall and it changes the water for him. He just has to push a button and he'll help me set it up at my house at Aquatic Aesthetics.
Yeah. I want to do that when I go into the basement. Because that's the only way I can expand is to have that. It's just the only way. I can't keep up on it. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's good. You got somebody come help you, Ed. Rob's going to come help you set it up. What's that?
Yeah, I'm going to have Rob and my brother-in-law work together to explain it to my brother-in-law too. I bought these cool lights for $9 at Walmart. Look, they change colors and stuff.
Don't stare at them too long; you get hypnotized.
What are you gonna do with them? Are they gonna be for the streams or?
They're for my GI Joes. I'm gonna pose the GI Joes, and I'm gonna have a different mood lighting around them.
That's beautiful.
I got some news, but we can't tell anybody.
Okay, don't tell anybody there, Paul.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Between us.
Yeah, it's just between us. It seems like the Raleigh Aquarium Society is going to be holding the 2024 AGA convention. So don't tell anybody.
All right.
And you're inviting me, right there, Polly?
What's that?
You're inviting me to talk.
Well, listen. I could. Do you do plants?
Sure, I kill plants.
You know.
I was going to say.
I can talk about bugs that eat plants.
That's right.
That's funny.
But that's the scuttlebutt going around that the 2024 AGA, the Raleigh Aquarium Society, is going to be hosting it.
Is that Raleigh, North Carolina?
No, Raleigh, California, bozo.
Raleigh, England.
Well, I can't get to California.
Well, you can get to North Carolina, North Kakalaki.
Yeah, I know, but I can't go to Raleigh, North California.
Now, how far is that from Roanoke, Virginia? Is it still quite a drive?
It's an 8-hour drive from my house to Fayetteville. That's
Roanoke to Raleigh is probably
6.
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
wait. Well, which Raleigh is it?
North Carolina.
Oh, I thought you said California.
He was messing with you.
Joking.
I don't even know. Is there a Raleigh, California? There probably
I
is.
don't think
Probably a
there's a
little
Raleigh,
town.
We'll make
California.
one. We'll make one for Red to go to.
Well, that's
I will
Raleigh,
be in,
Missouri is the best university for engineering in Missouri.
I will be in Roanoke in the future. I don't know when, but sometime in the near future. So I thought
It's closer to 3 hours, Roanoke to Raleigh.
your navigator just spoke up.
Yes, the cruise
Okay.
director.
Thank
She
you.
who knows everything.
Thank you, Nancy.
It's 6 hours, 6.5 hours for me. I'll be there because I would love to go to that.
I don't know when, but I will be down that way at some point in. I don't know if it's this year. It might be early next year. But my good friend is building a house there, and he's building a little place just for us. So we've got to go down and do the housewarming and stuff. But we were going to be down for a week, and I thought maybe I'd get to go meet Dee Dee and you, Paul, and whoever else was in the area.
Well,
I'll come up to say hi to you for a day or
Yeah.
evening.
I was thinking more people I like, Ed.
All right.
Not people with popsicle sticks.
Ed,
Not the
Ed,
popsicle stick people.
Ed, are you hurt now, Ed? Did he
I've
hurt your
been
feelings?
hurt this whole time.
Ed, doesn't Rico know it's your birthday and he's supposed to treat you nice?
That's how I treat him nice every day. So today's, opposite day.
Well, Ed, I'll come visit you. The heck with him.
Oh,
Ed,
I wasn't inviting him to visit me.
No,
He
I
was
was
gonna
going to just visit him.
I know. But what I'm saying is he don't want you to go up there. I'll just come down to your house.
That's cool. I'll take you to the aquarium.
Whenever I find out
I'll
about
take
the
Paul to
time,
the aquarium too.
I will get a hold of you and Dee Dee, Paul, and whoever else, Ed, anybody else is in the area. Maybe we can do a little get together because I have no idea when it's going to be. I just got pictures yesterday, and it's a beautiful big house. It's just massive.
So it's
But,
like a vacation place.
Virginia. So it's right over.
Yeah, they have they're doing a mother-in-law house, and he called it the Rick and Michelle house, but his his in-laws will stay there once in a while when they come down, or just anybody.
No, that's. I wish I could do something like that.
We've got good news.
He's a good friend.
That's good.
Is that Ed? What?
I've got good news. The old lady across the street died, so her house is open if anybody wants to move in. No, it was really sad. She had Alzheimer's, and she lived in fear for about a year. Her husband died last year, and they just kept her there with her Alzheimer's, and it was really sad. She'd come over trying to understand stuff, to our house, and we'd try to explain it to her, and we'd have to call her son.
Yeah.
And then every time a leaf would fall out of the tree, she'd run out there and pick it up and run back into her house. It was just sad.
Ed,
So,
did you
I think
throw
it was-
leaves on her lawn?
No, there's plenty of leaves to go. She couldn't get them all. She only took the ones off the driveway. It was so weird. But yeah, it'd be a nice house for somebody. They got a pool.
A pool. Hey, what more can you ask for? A pool.
And
Yeah.
the next door neighbor has a pond, like a goldfish pond, and I'm across the street. So we could all be a bunch of fish people.
Oh boy.
So to answer your question, Dr. Anthony, if the Fendig happens again next year, I plan on coming out.
Well, if the Findig, they want Findig at the end of June, I won't be there. So I'm actually thinking about having a spring fling for the Southern California people in March.
That would actually be perfect because my wife would be able to come.
Okay, so a couple of us have been talking about doing a spring thing for in Southern California and LA.
Are you going to drive or fly?
I will drive since I'm only 30 minutes away.
Oh, I meant Skipper. If he drives, I could meet him halfway there.
No, that's a long drive, Ed.
I know, but we go through the Grand Canyon.
You could fly over the Grand Canyon.
Grand
Yeah.
Canyon is a
I've
big
done that.
crack,
It's not
you
as
know.
neat.
It's just a big crack, Ed. Why do you want to see a big crack? You can look at
It's awesome.
Hold on, you want to see Big Crack?
You can see a skipper's butt. And see a big crack.
Grand Canyon's awesome. I
Plumber's
love going to
crack
the Grand
of the
Canyon.
earth.
It's nice to go down into the canyon and camp down in there and stuff. That's
Yeah.
nice. The mule rides and stuff.
I've whitewatered the Colorado River.
Do what?
I whitewatered down the Colorado River and thought I was going to die.
Through the Grand Canyon?
It was through part of it. It was like where it's deep though. Where there's good rapids and stuff.
Yep.
I've not done that. I've done some of the other rivers in Arizona because most of them are, seasonal. Well, at least they
I'll have
used
to
to
ask
be.
my dad where we were. I was
Where
only
we
like
were.
11 or 12.
I actually want to do that. I do want to go whitewater rafting, and I want to do skydiving. That's on my bucket list.
No skydiving. My cousin
I think
did
I'm done with
skydiving,
both at my age.
and he actually, his wife filmed it, and she realized, well, they're not pulling the cord. They're not pulling the cord. And they pulled the cord, and the cord wouldn't work. And so they actually did the emergency shoot, and he broke two of his legs.
Two of his legs out of how many?
Both his legs.
It was so
Listen, he
late
needed
that-
an advanced degree to tell you that story.
I know.
Two of his legs.
I have a PhD. We have two of his legs because we all also have that little third small
Yeah.
leg. That some of us-
Some are smaller on others than others.
Yeah. For sure, Ed. You know how that is.
I have a very good friend who went skydiving. He didn't have that type of thing, but he threw up in the plane like 3 or 4 times. He threw up on the way down He threw up a total of 7 times, including like twice once he was already on the ground. He said, "I did it," but he was so scared, and it was just not for his stomach. But 7 times he threw up just over that quick period of 20 minutes or whatever it was, half an hour of time.
I have no desire to jump out of an airplane.
Yeah.
No desire whatsoever.
I think I would try it.
No.
I forgot about bungee jumping too.
I think I'd
Maybe
rather
rubber jumping would be okay, but not.
see.
out
I'm
of an
opposite.
airplane.
I feel like it'd be better to just jump out because the bungee jumping, your legs and stuff are wrapped up, right? And I don't know, just your head first, and it's just I don't know. I think I'd rather jump out of a plane.
That is the biggest inversion table.
Yeah, it'd be like just stretching your spine right out.
Yeah, you get stretched.
Brookley says, "Rico, how's your butt today?"
Brooklyn,
How was that afterburn today?
She
there,
said-
Rico?
She said, "Happy birthday" too earlier too, Ed. It was
thank you, Brooks.
it was it woke me up this morning about 5 o'clock. First couple of it was it wasn't fun, but by noon, maybe by 10 o'clock, even by 10 o'clock, I was fine and no problems after.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all gone. It's all over with.
We just didn't hear anything from you after you took off from the live stream. You just
Because you're not on the Discord, right? Because
no, I'm not on Discord. No.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
I
saw the
posted over
couple
there.
of streams afterwards,
Yeah.
but no.
I did make a community post and then I put it on the Discord too that I was fine.
Okay.
Took about an hour, and then that the pain in my stomach was there for about an hour. I was just burning, but then after that, it was started. It went away, and I was good. I was actually really tired. It took a lot out of me. I took a nap afterwards because it just took so much out of me.
I'm sure it did. I can't do that. I know. Like Larry D said, he's going to be bringing a bunch of stuff to the class.
Yeah.
I'll watch y'all. I can't do that anymore.
Here's the thing. Even though it was my daughter, it was still meant for the snarf or barf. And I feel like if I start picking and choosing what I'm going to consume out of what people send me, then it takes the fun out of it, right? I need to just keep it transparent, and anything that gets sent to me, I should consume as long as it's something that's not going to make me sick or make me, it's out of date or something. So,
Yep.
So what happened to you last night? Was that not counted as making you sick? Where your butt was on fire?
that was today, and that was no. I mean, I've eaten jalapenos, and it's exactly the same heat.
Okay.
It wasn't that horrible.
I don't do hot. I can't taste anything. All I get is heat. If I'm going to eat something, I want to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah, and this chip has no flavor except for
heat.
Fucking hot.
Yeah.
That's it.
That wasn't the name brand?
It should have been.
Paqui?
They're
It was the one chip challenge that they had last year that went very viral.
Pac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, crushed your guts.
Yeah, I mean, it was hot and it was painful, but even all of this was gone by the time I was done even streaming. The pain here was gone. I didn't have any of that. It was just
you were numb.
Well, did you see that his mouth turned blue? It was. No,
Brooklyn said
I started rolling back in his head too.
I was just crying and I was sweating bullets and just Brooklyn said, let's keep Rico's butt in mind when sending him food. There's nothing that makes me happier than a whole community of people thinking about my ass.
That's right.
Do I be nice or do I just send something really, really hot?
You say it. Do it. Come on. You got to. You can't do it now. You got to say it.
I was thinking about sending something. I found these nuts. I ain't talking about these nuts, but
I'm glad you found them finally, because your wife's had them in her purse for so long.
Nah, she lets me have. She has to let me have them when I go to work. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I was searching on Amazon for hot stuff, and I was thinking about sending it to you, but I can't do it. Because I just think if I would get those, I would die.
Well, and that's the thing too, is I don't want to make it. I even made a short. I don't want it to be hot stuff because, like Larry D, that's his thing, man. Larry, he really gets involved and he tells you all the stuff.
Oh yeah.
So the stuff like this is perfect because it's it's dried squid. It's something different that I'm sure most Americans probably have not tried.
I'm going to be honest with you. I just wanted to do it to torture you.
Hey, again, whatever gets sent to me, even if I don't remember who said it, but even if I think it was Geek Boy or I don't remember who it was, but even if it's raisins on a popsicle stick, I'll still eat it because that's the compact that we have. That's the contract that we have. You send me something, I gotta do it. It's only fair.
You're trying the tongue depressor from Skipper.
Well, that's not legitimate food. Actually, my daughter.
Some people think that's legitimate food.
Well, yeah, they do.
Ooh. People with mental illnesses or those weird. It's like, what's that disease where where they eat paper and stuff?
I got a suggestion. Why don't we send up a popsicle stick dipped in cheese whiz and see if Rico will eat it?
I have to. I mean, if you sent it to me, that's what I.
Yeah, but listen, though, it's not because you're gonna get food poisoning from it. Because it's
it's got to be, and that's the thing too. If somebody sends me like something that's open, I really have to know that person to trust it. Like if somebody I get a random package, I don't know who it's from, and it's like brownies. Yeah, I'm not eating those. Now if Ed were to send me brownies, I would eat them. And probably die, but still, I would eat them.
I can make brownies.
I'm sure you could, Ed.
Probably die.
I'm really good. I'm not a bad baker. I used to make bundt cakes and stuff all the time for special people at work.
Betty
'Cause
Crocker?
I make pretty good bunts.
Special people.
Betty Crocker?
Butt cakes and buns.
Oh, I don't know what Betty Crocker ones taste like. I normally make lemon ones or cinnamon.
He makes it from scratch.
But yeah,
There's a bunch of stuff
not
coming.
hard.
There really is.
You
There's
use oil to make those. They're an oil cake.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
do you guys mind if I leave for like 10 minutes and I'll be right back?
No.
Yeah, you're fine.
We do mind, Ed. No,
Oh,
don't go. No, you can't
Can
go.
you send me the link so I can come back to like my YouTube or Facebook? Okay.
You want me to send it to your Facebook?
No,
Yes,
no,
please.
he can't go. What he thinks
It's
he's
his
special.
birthday. He can go.
He can go
I'll be
and
right
come
back.
They say it's your birthday.
Yeah,
It's my
okay, that's right.
birthday.
It's his birthday.
Nature
Okay.
calls.
Okay.
Well, he got a lot of family over.
That's true. That's true. So Sunday or Monday, we're going piranha fishing.
What?
Yeah, we need to catch about 20 piranha for the aquarium. So we're going to go, me and the student I have coming in tomorrow and the young kid I'm having coming tomorrow. We're going to go piranha fishing either Sunday or Monday.
So you're going to make a necklace out of their teeth?
That's right, red belly piranha.
That'd be interesting.
Yep. So I'll video and I'll put it on my channel just so we can see what it's like.
Oh yeah, yeah, that'll be a popular one.
You know, most of them are only like 3 or 4 inches long, so it's not like they're big piranhas here.
Well, how big do they get though? Do they get big?
Yeah, they get about 12 inches. Yeah.
Wow,
There-
they
There's
realize
also,
they got that big.
there's also a black piranha that are solitary that will eat everything around. So, but we're going to catch red bellies for the aquarium. Not the black
All right,
piranhas.
The red belly, you could okay, because there's always been that thing to where if you get into a pool of piranha fish, you're going to get eaten.
No.
So the red bellies, or maybe the black ones are the same way. They don't go and just attack you. Now,
No.
would they be like shark if you start bleeding?
No, the original person who described the piranha attacks was
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
decades ago.
Elon
Okay.
shut him off.
And so when piranhas get in dry water, they will attack anything. But
Did you say dry water?
in dry water? Yes, when water that's receding in small pools
Okay.
that's been eating everything else, yeah,
I
then
do.
they'll start attacking things. But no, I mean, I've swam with piranhas for 10 years, and the only time I've been bitten, I actually have a piranha bite right here on my finger. The only time I've been bit by a piranha is when I was demonstrating fish in Amarillo, Texas, and I picked up a piranha. That's the only time I've ever been bitten by a piranha, and I've swam with thousands of piranhas here in the Amazon.
What made I don't know, you may remember this, Rico, because I can't. What made Fish Room Fever's piranha bite?
Figured that's where you can go. He was just cleaning the tank, I think. He had his hand in the tank when it attacked him.
He was trying to get meat out of his hand.
Yeah.
Eat of his hand.
The
I
only
mean,
fish that,
if they feel threatened, they're going to attack, right?
well, the only fish that's ever bitten me in my tank has been a lungfish, from a South American lungfish, and actually bit the area here between my fingers, the thumb and the first finger. He actually bit me here. That's the only fish that ever been bit in my aquarium. It was a wild caught fish, and it was my fault because I'd always drop in pieces of fish for him, and this time I went down and got something from the tank, and he just bit my hand. So,
Did he do a good job? I mean, was it bleeding instantly?
No, it didn't bleed at all.
Oh,
But,
okay.
it was, his name was Melvin. So my wife
Melvin.
named him Melvin. So
Is Melvin here?
no, Melvin's no longer with us. No, he
No, I
jumped
meant-
out of the tank one day and he actually dried on the
Really?
fish room floor. Yes.
Oh, I meant the Melvin from the what's his name now?
Legacy.
Legacy. Yeah, Legacy.
Oh, okay.
His real name's Melvin. That's why he said that.
So when I was a kid, I had a bunch of gerbils. I was actually breeding gerbils and selling to the.
gerbils. I understand that. Gerbils, you had the gerbiline, huh?
Yes, you know why gerbils can't get driver's license?
Why?
They can't get out of gear. Remember the Richard Gere?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I remember. Yes.
All my jokes are old like that. All the ones I remember, they're all from like the 80s.
Bad joke.
Rico, it's not old for us. It's old for the younger generation. Okay.
Well, it's old. So
no.
I had a gerbil and it's in one of those, the ball. It's running around and stuff. And my mom picked up the ball that it was running in, opened it up, took the gerbil out, just wanted to pet it and stuff. And that was one of my pet ones. It was, it was nice. And she picked it up and it bit her. And I can't remember where exactly. I feel like that's what reminded me of it. It felt like it was right there too. It bit her really good and she was screaming. It might have been on the thumb. She's screaming and waving her hand. And the gerbil just flew off and hit the wall and smacked the wall really hard. So it was like,
Oh.
the gerbil lived for a little bit, but
A little
it
bit.
wasn't long. It was like next few days it had died.
Oh.
But it was just, she's waving this thing around and screaming and and then it just finally flew off and hit the wall. And it was, yeah. Patty said, not the gerbil story.
Yeah.
A lot of my pets when I was a kid, a lot of my pets had that type, like the neon. So my bed was right next to a 10-gallon aquarium that didn't have a lid. The 10-gallon was up pretty high. My bed was pretty low and didn't have a lid on it. And one night I'm sleeping and I wake up and my eye is popped out of the socket. It's my eye is wet and it's hanging out and it's, I'm laying like this. And I start screaming. I must have been like 10 or something. I don't know how old I was. I wasn't older than 10. So I'm screaming and I'm like trying to push my eye back in the socket. And my mom comes in and she's like, "What's going on?" Because I was screaming, and she's like, "Okay, let me see. And I took my hand away from my eye and she just starts laughing. A neon had jumped out of that 10-gallon aquarium and landed right in my eye socket and was flapping around in my eye socket. That's all it was. And I smushed it, right? Because I was trying to push my eye back in. So I just smushed it all in my eye right there.
You see in color now?
She told me that story. My mom told me that story at least once a year until she was gone. At least once a year.
So you thought your eye was out of socket, but
it was a fish. It was a little neon, and I totally thought that my eye had popped out. I was panicked.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I mean, you wake up from a dead sleep. So
Yeah, and you're, whatever I was, 8, 9, 10 years old, whatever I was, I was a little kid, so something squirming around on your eye, it's just not like that much, but it was enough that there was movement. There was wet movement on my eye socket. All right, did everybody leave?
No.
No, Patty's still here.
At least Patty's here, so.
Uh-oh.
Shimon said
the building.
he says I tell that story at least once a month. You never watch me. How do you know? You don't come into my streams. You don't know what stories I tell.
hello, Fishy Mon. He's off work now.
Hey, Rico. Fishy Man wants to audition to be a little voice in your head.
No, there's no more room. I got a lot of big voices. There's a lot of big voices in my head.
What was that? Was that Jiminy Cricket that was Pinocchio's conscience that sat on his shoulder? That's Fishy Mon.
Poor Jason.
No, Berkeley Bell says she's here, so,
That's all that matters.
We got 40
we have
people.
Berkeley, so.
That's all that matters.
Yep.
I was trying to think. Now that I got permission to do that, I can have all kinds of fish.
Are you going to go with a actual? The bigger air pump. What are they called?
Yeah, eventually. Yes.
The what?
Linear
air
piston.
Yes. Are you going to do that and do the whole?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's going to save on electricity. Instead of having your individual.
Yeah.
Because right now I have 4 pumps running. I got 3 of them that have 4 ports, and one of them over here that has 2.
Plus, they're so quiet too, right? It'll be nice and quiet, and not that we can hear your pumps, but yeah.
These are quiet.
Yeah.
Like there's one literally right behind me above my head that feeds this one, but it also fed that bait tank I had. And I don't even hear it. Once in a while you'll hear a vibration up on top of the fish rack, and I'll go up there and move it and it stops.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, you don't hear it.
Now, do you have one of the co-op battery ones too, or do you have the? I know you have the Hikari one, not Hikari, Higer one, right?
So, no, I got the Higer. I compared both of them because one night, I can't remember who I was talking to on the phone, but we were talking about people having power outages, and I was like, well, went on Amazon and found the Higer ones were cheaper and they run longer than the aquarium co-op ones. But I couldn't find like a single port one. I think he has a single port, right?
Yeah, the one he sent me was a dual, but I think that they do have single ports as well. I'm pretty sure they do.
Because I was looking for like a battery backup one, like you put it like it'd have to be a D battery in it.
Yeah.
But these are rechargeable. You just keep them plugged in.
Yeah.
And when the power goes out,
they just take over. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do a test. We should do a real life test. We should talk on the phone, unplug them both at the same time, see how long they last. You
running.
Won't
be on the phone with me for 12 hours.
No, we'd have to stay on the phone the whole time. I run out of things to say to you after like 5 minutes, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right then. Yeah.
I thought about doing it. I just never had time.
Yeah, same here. Well, one of these days we should test it just to see real world, just to see what happens. I have a dual port one, and they're both in the same. It's running the 75. There's 2 of the large sponge filters in there that it's running.
They put out great air pressure even when they're running on their battery backup.
I haven't tested the battery at all yet.
Just unplug it.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't done it.
And see, it's crazy. It runs the same. I mean, the technology they're coming out these days with this stuff, it's just amazing. It's probably a lithium battery in it. So they
think it is. Yeah.
Have to be.
Penile pump is much louder.
Thank you, Patty, for sharing.
Oh, Patty.
Now I got a bunch of those Whisper 40s running my sponge. The way the room's set up, I can't. It'd be too crazy running pipe to all the tanks.
Oh, gotcha.
So I got wherever I've got them on stands, I'm running 2 tanks off of 1 pump because all my smaller tanks are sponge and hobs, so I don't need a lot of air pressure to run the sponge. So, but yeah, so I think I've got 11 tanks 10 tanks upstairs. I think I have 7 pumps.
Yeah. It's same here. There's no sense. This room's too small to really worry about running lines and stuff for all that. When I go in the basement, then I'll do it up. But I'll have somebody do it up. I'm probably not going to do it myself. I'll have somebody come out and do it. But there's no reason. I'm getting rid of tanks, and it's just pretty soon I'll probably only have 4 or 5 tanks at the most.
Yep.
So.
My wife told me today she counted the tanks in our fish room. There are 47 tanks off the one pump.
And that's the linear one.
It's a linear.
And
pump.
you run the lines and everything and the PVC. Yeah. And it's like Jason, Jason's got that too. And it makes sense for anybody that's got a decent sized room, especially when it's laid out like that, like Jason's is, so straight, Well, the floor is not, right? His floor pretty bad, but he's got a pretty cool fish room.
Yeah, all my other tanks, they were in the room over the garage, so I'm not in the basement. No basement. So at least where I'm at.
Yeah.
So it's got the roof is all pitched, so it'd be difficult to run line from the ceiling, and it won't look that good. And my cruise director would definitely have something to say about it.
Gotcha.
Oh, I guarantee it.
But it's not just a fish room?
Well, no, it's called a frog. It's family room over garage, finish room over garage. Basically, the garage is attached to attached to the house, and the garage is right underneath it. So it's a big room. It's basically where it's my man cave, but the way it's all finished, so I can't hanging PVC on these walls because the ceiling's pitched.
Yeah,
it's not a good look.
I think Tech has that same type of setup. I think his fish room and game room and everything is there above his garage too. I think that's his setup too. We don't have a garage. We don't. I mean, we barely even have a driveway.
So, I have a fish room, which is a 2-car garage that I converted into my fish room, and an entire research center.
Yeah.
So I can't complain,
Yeah.
You got the life.
We have like 100 tanks here at the research center filled with fish. So I'm not going to complain about my wife letting me have fish for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to move into the basement, and actually do the automated water changes and set up the lines and do all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that'll kick off my interest again, but I don't know when that's going to be. Stuff's up in the air right now. My daughter was supposed to take over the second half of the basement, and now I don't know if she is. I think they might be moving. So if that happens, then I've got that whole half of the basement to do what I want with.
Now, are you going to stream from down there too?
Probably, because I probably would move everything out of here and give Michelle this room so she could. But then when Ariel leaves, there's another bedroom either. Welcome back, Ed. So there's another bedroom as well, when Ariel leaves. So there's 2 rooms. I don't know. Maybe I'll just turn this into a different type of office, or I don't know. I don't know what I'll do.
Well, at least you have options, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't choice your toilet paper, okay? And we don't want to know.
Because I started out with just putting, it started all with a 55, and then I started putting tanks in the bedroom. And then I said, the kids need a fish tank, so I put a fish tank in each one of their rooms.
Yeah,
got one in the kitchen, got one in the laundry room. I would actually, my son's I'm going to have to move bring it down because he needs a bigger bed. He's freaking almost taller than me. So he needs to get either, what is it? You got twin? Is it full after twin?
Yeah, twin, full, queen, king. Yeah, California king.
He'll need he's going to need a full. So
you guys missed my joke.
What was your joke?
You need to rewind for a second. I had my thing in the air because I was blowing my nose. What's your son now? 5'6" then?
Ha ha! Because he's taller than you. He looks a lot like Kirk too.
I think he's going to be 6 foot. I don't know where he. Well, yeah.
My
You're
boys
not
are big.
taller.
Yeah.
Listen here, you little shit.
I'm just teasing. I'm just having
Both of-
fun. I
both of
realized I broke the leg on my monster when my teeth spilled.
Oh, well, your mom broke it too. You said the other day, right?
Oh, she broke it into dozens of pieces, and I made a goldfish a more goldfish, for Matt's wife from Fish Fam Links, and she broke every single fin on of it. It's like, how is this possible?
She must have just knocked everything over, huh?
Don't let your
She
mom
put a
touch
wrench on top
anything.
of it.
Your
She
mom
dropped
is destructo. Okay, don't let
Looks
her
like
in
a
your
spaceship.
area.
Hey, Dr. Anthony, when you coughed and it had that echo, it was the most impressive cough I think I've ever heard. Just the echo was just, was just a really just,
Thank you. Thank you.
it
Thank you
sounds like a
very much.
commercial. Like a commercial, like Ricola.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a monster flower.
What's its name?
It
looks like Little Shop of Horrors a
Michelle?
little bit.
It's named Michelle.
Hey now, she's not a monster flower. I'll tell her you said that, Ed. She likes you, so don't ruin it.
She likes monster
Rack.
flowers. That's why I
Hi,
named it
Rack.
Michelle.
Hey,
Rack's
Rack.
here.
Hi,
Rack,
Rack.
we showed your
You know,
your painting that we're going to put up in the little gift shop here at the research center.
I
And
saw
my
it.
wife was on Wednesday, so Rack, you're world famous now.
I
For
seen
the
it.
20
Rack.
people who were there.
not only is he famous, his gallery show starts tomorrow
Ooh, that's
until
good, Rack.
I think it's July 1st. So it's June 16th to July 1st, I believe. And I wonder if my birthday is going to mess this up, because my niece was going to come down and we were going to all eat at somewhere in his town and check out the gallery, and then she was going to go back home and we were going to go back home. But she came for my birthday. But she'll probably still do it again. I think she gets homesick a little.
June 16th through August 4th.
Oh, August 4th. Oh, wait, that's awesome.
That's
I need
very
to get
cool.
the chat up.
Congrats, Rack.
You know, I hate people who are artistic. I don't have a single artistic bone in my body.
Don't hate. Don't hate.
I mean, I'm really jealous of those people who can.
I am too. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah,
100%.
It's just, I have a friend who is a great scientist who's also a great artist. And that just drives me crazy because I wish I could
Be one or the
do
other, or
something
one
in
of
the
them.
visual arts.
Ed. Ed's getting feisty. I'm with you though. I don't. Sometimes it's like magic watching these people that can, like the Becks and Priscilla and just Alex and just so many of them. I mean, there's so many amazing artists in our community, and just to watch them put the stuff together, I don't understand. I don't understand how it works. I just don't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I've tried.
I'm so envious of those people. I
Me
really
too.
am, because it's just like, I can't draw a straight line, much less a circle, so it just doesn't make sense to me how these people can be such artists and do the art that they do. I'm very envious of them.
I'm gonna tell you this: if my son would actually put his mind to it, I think he would turn into one heck of an artist. His drawings are good, and he gets that from his mother because she can do art. Like she's went and done paintings. What's that called when they go?
They go and drink wine and do paintings. And,
yes,
it's like a art party.
Drinking wine
Art
and painting. That's what it's called.
That's all they do. But yeah, I mean, she brought a couple pieces back, and I was like,
Yeah. I've got one from
Really
Michelle
good.
up here. And Ariel's got that too. Ariel's incredibly artistic. She does so many cool things. She's constantly making something. In fact, I gave her the tongue depressor, so she's going to make something out of it. Bring to you at the Clash. I don't know what it's going to be. I really did think that a shiv of some sort would be the perfect name because of your profession and everything. But she's going to do it up nice. So I don't know what it's going to be. She's going to surprise me too. But I'll be bringing that to you. But
I got a couple backups for you.
we don't need to see them. And but neither one of my boys have it either, though. They don't.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are artistic either. They get that part from me, unfortunately.
Yeah, if you're on my stream on Wednesday, this is Naldo, who is our mascot for the research center, and that was actually Alexander Williamson from the Dark History Living in our Aquarium, so to speak.
Dark
He
History.
actually did this, and he just does amazing work. And
More importantly,
amazing.
what's the bird's name?
Cute.
The bird's name is Eduardo, who likes to talk a lot. So.
I like that.
In capital letters,
What was
Nice
that?
name.
There?
all
Paul?
caps, all caps.
All caps, yes.
He's been immortalized. Eduardo, if you're still here, man,
That's right.
it's an honor. You've been immortalized.
Eduardo, yes.
I thought he was talking about me.
So
No,
speaking
not you,
of,
Ed.
Sorry, Ed. Speaking of,
I got a couple things here. You said about Alex. So
A couple things from his fingers.
it's Portland, Oregon, for the Fishtoberfest. I bought some of his art. So this is one of them. And then here's another Corey Doris.
No, Corridora.
So he was doing the art. I watched him do an angelfish, right? He was sitting next to me whenever we was eating. And he'd be talking, just keep going. And it looked so like it was natural.
Yep.
Like it didn't even look like he was trying. That's how like it blew my freaking mind. I just couldn't get over it. It was I didn't even know what to say. It was just awesome.
These people who have this artistic ability,
Come on.
to me, it's just amazing that
Yeah.
they have that ability. Those people who do graffiti art. There's a person who actually uses spray paint here in one of the town centers, and you look at this guy doing the spray paint art, and it's beautiful art. It's like I don't understand how they can, from their mind, do this with spray paint. It's just remarkable.
I got to tell you, I'm a fan of graffiti art. I think it looks awesome.
Oh yeah, some of the
three-dimensional.
graffiti art is just gorgeous graffiti art.
I mean, some of it's just
well, yes.
It's crap. Yeah.
I'm talking about the real good stuff. I mean, it
the
looks
actual
like
art.
it's 3D. Did you ever see the art of the people doing the chalk on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
I don't get it. That just blows my mind. It looks like they're literally sitting in a pond.
Yep.
And then they pan it up and it's like stretched way out, but whenever the camera's down, I don't know how people think like that. It's just nuts.
My students make fun of me when I try to draw fish on the whiteboard. I mean, they say, "That's a fish. Doesn't look like a fish to me. It's my fish. That's all it. It's the best I can do. It's like I'm envious of these people. I really am.
And it's not fair because usually those people that are super artistic like that aren't just in one thing. Like they're not just a painter. They can sculpt, they can sing, they just have all that different stuff,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sure.
Spread it around a little bit. You get one thing, just one.
Exactly.
Give the rest of us something too.
That's right.
Oh my!
I'm
At
good with
least you've got
cats.
a doctorate, though. You know, at least you've got,
Well,
the
you know,
intelligence and.
No. I tell people this all the time. It only takes two things to continue in college, and that is money and the stick-to-itiveness, the drive to finish. It doesn't necessarily take intelligence per se. A lot of people don't continue with their education because they just can't afford it.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Which
know,
is just sad.
I was lucky enough that they paid me always to continue my education.
Yeah.
I had no other jobs per se.
I got to tell you,
know.
I was just lazy. I didn't want to do no more school.
Yeah.
That's how I went through schools. They paid me to go because of I was a TA my last 2 years.
Exactly. They always paid me to go to school because I was a TA or research assistant, and so
I showed a lot of. I'm sorry. I showed a lot of TNA in college too.
The art dean wanted me to go on and get a higher degree so I could be a professor, art professor. He really wanted me to be a photography professor. And I just looked at how much it was going to cost me to go to advanced schooling and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't think it was, because at that time, so many professors were part-time school teachers.
Yep.
And they were making less than you could make as a waiter, because they don't get benefits. They just get paid for 20 hours a week, and they might be working, more, but it was a tough living to start off as a professor. You just don't make big money right away or anything,
Yep, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Our priorities are messed up. We could deep dive into that, but there's a lot of things our country does wrong, and that's just one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's a heck of a subject.
Yeah, we can.
We ain't gonna get into that.
But I'm the first person to say, to be successful in this life, you don't need education. One of the things that our country is lacking now is electrician, plumbers, things that most need a college education to have.
Nursing's really hurting right now.
Yeah, nursing that we
Well,
really
they treat them worse than anybody else. I mean, the way they have to work is crazy.
It's so bad in Pennsylvania that some of the hospitals are offering a sign-on bonus for these people.
Yeah.
A hire-on bonus. Like this one, The Undertaker. That's a hell of a thing to put up there. But, they're probably it's just crazy. But we're going to end this. I need to go to bed. I got work.
Look at Nico. He's just watching. Hi, Nico. Nico, I wish he could hear us. He was looking. He was watching. Nico.
Oh,
I don't think he likes it.
Stop.
All right, everybody. I want to thank Dr. Awesome, Rico, Paulie, and Ed for being here tonight with us. I also want to thank the chat for participating and just being awesome. The lurkers, thank you for being here also. And if there is a replay crew, thank you.
Wait a minute, there is a replay crew.
Well, you never know. Maybe there won't be.
Okay.
You guys got anything you want to say?
Stay fresh, douchebags.
I love it. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Cockass.